Hello ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Let's talk a little bit about how the game's going to be changed in the upcoming beta updates. Now, if you remember when Eliza was being developed, and even pre-Eliza development, the game was changed a little bit drastically and a little bit undrastically with its overall gameplay with some beta changes, such as Fuqua being nerfed, which she definitely needed to be, and other stuff like that. So let's talk a little bit about how some changes aside from, adding in Beowulf, should the updates to the beta should be. Now, a couple updates that have already been put in is they are trying to remove mashing of level 1 supers. Now, this is just to, allow people who drop their bread and butter combos to not be completely punished, which I think is a very dumb idea in general. If you drop a bread and butter combo, it should be your fault, and being mashed out in a level 1 super is a good thing because, hey, you dropped the combo, why are you complaining that you're getting punished for dropping your own combo? Another thing is, it's going to really slow down the game. There aren't going to be too many big comebacks anymore. If a character like Valentine can't mash out, or Cerebella can't mash out from a low thing and continue the combo really far into it in killing a person, comebacks are going to be coming quite rare. So that's going to be a little bit harder. The game's going to become a little bit slower. Now, even with some changes to the stun mechanics, the game feels like it's going to be a mixture. It's trying to go for a mixture between Street Fighter 4 and Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3 or Ultimate, whatever one is your favorite one in speed. Basically, it's trying to go fast and a little bit of slow footsie style, which honestly I don't think is a great idea. I think it should just be fast, because last time somebody tried to mix those two styles together, we got Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Though adding in a snapback in this game, it is going to make the game a little bit faster than Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But still, I find that taking away and mashing out level 1 supers, I feel like it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the whole entire cast. It's going to hurt the whole entire cast, but the characters that it's going to hurt the most aren't the characters that it's supposed to hurt the most. It's supposed to hurt the most Big Band and Cerebella, the two mashiest characters in the game, because they have amazing supers that they can mash into, and it does a lot of damage, which is fine, because you should be punished if you get hit by a mash super, because you should be baiting mash supers, but that's a whole different thing. The characters that's going to hurt the most is Valentine and Painwheel. If Valentine and Painwheel don't have an assist and they're stuck in a corner and they can't mash out a super to try and get out of it, they're going to be stuck there forever. Their whole entire matchups are going to go kaput, basically. It's going to be horrible to play a Valentine or Painwheel on your team, or even solos, especially solos. It's going to be just awful to play those two characters, and they're just going to go down and further down the tier charts into a point where they're going to be into an obscurity level. But another thing, I feel like mashing out supers would also be a great thing, because it also adds a little bit of a layer of mind games. Basically, you should be trying to trick opponents to mashing out a super. If a Big Band has a level 1, if he has any bars, then you know that he's going to go for a mashing out super. So drop a combo intentionally and block it. Honestly, I don't think that mashing out supers is as big as a deal as people are making it, in my opinion. If you have a different opinion, please talk to me, kindly in the comments, and I would love to discuss these things with you. Now, another thing is another change that I want in character-wise. I feel like Filia should not be nerfed. They're already trying to nerf. Mike Z really loves nerfing Filia. If you've been playing Skullgirls before it was released on the PC, he tried his hardest to nerf Filia as much as he possibly could, and some people called malarkey on some of the nerfs that he was trying to get, but overall he did get them in. Same as he nerfed Painwheel, and now she's not that well used. And he's trying to nerf her again, trying to nerf his cross-up with her jumping heavy kick, which I find isn't that bad. It's a slow move, and it's pretty easy to block since it is slow. If you're getting hit by it, then it's just because it's a cross-up. It's not that hard to block, because it's going to come out slower. He's trying to nerf that, which is basically his first nerf of it. I'm going to guess that he's going to try to nerf her a little bit further, but that's just going to be the first nerf there. Honestly, I don't feel like Filia should be nerfed or buffed in any way. I feel like she's basically the perfect Skullgirls character that should be a template for other characters, honestly. I feel like Filia is the perfect Skullgirls character. There's nothing overpowered about her, but there's nothing so bad about her that she's completely worthless. And talking about completely worthlessness, let's buff back Miss Fortune, because using Miss Fortune headless is garbage. Taking off Miss Fortune's head right now is basically asking to lose. If you take off, and some people are like, well, it's good in some matchups. Yeah, I guess, like, you know, if you're using a Miss Fortune headless and you've got it like 2 assists, and you're going against, I don't know, a Painwheel with no assist, or a Valentine, or a Parasol with 0, no assist at all, a solo one, yeah, then yeah, those are good in those matchups. But any other matchup at all, instead of those super situational matchups that will never happen to you ever, then yeah, it's garbage. It is garbage using a Headless Fortune, and that's a shame. She's basically just become Filia with a double jump added in. And that sucks, because she's supposed to be a puppet character. Why not have, like, her gimmick be her gimmick? Honestly, right now, playing her gimmick is terrible, and she feels just like a Filia with an extra double jump. Which stinks, because honestly, I would love to see more Headless Fortune, but, you know, they nerfed Headless Fortune to high heaven, and nobody wants to use Headless Fortune anymore because it is a death sentence if you do. So I think that we should buff back Miss Fortune's headless game plan, but not so much that it will become overpowered, but just enough that it will actually be of some use. Another 2 characters I think need to be buffed is Valentine, and Painwheel. Now, Valentine, honestly, I feel needs to be buffed in a myriad of ways. I don't think that she is as good as people say. Honestly, and especially taking out the mashing out of level 1 supers, she's going to be garbage in the corner. Anybody that puts her in the corner, she will not get out. So, to fight this, I think that Valentine's counter should either become a level 1 or have more active frames. I think if Valentine's counter had a lot more active frames, it would actually be useful, because now it's only out for not even like half a second, basically, and it's completely useless unless if like they're already trapped in doing a move, which kind of stinks, honestly. I know what it's supposed to be doing, but nobody will ever use it because it's a waste of 2 bars, because it only stands out for a few seconds, and it's very easy to stop doing your approach just to make that Valentine lose 2 bars and basically be open to attacks right after. So it is completely worthless using your counter, and I feel if they're taking out the level 1 mashing out, it should be worth something. So that's what I feel like Valentine needs to be buffed in. I also feel like her damage needs to be buffed, maybe not scale as much. Her damage scales really hard. I feel like it shouldn't scale as much. She doesn't need to get into like Filia type damage, but she does need a little bit more meat on her bones. She's kind of worthless in the damage thing, which is good. Either give her a little bit more damage or make her build more bar. She could either be a battery character or she can be kind of like the reset character. But honestly, she's kind of not that great in damage department right now. So that's what I feel. Valentine needs to be changed or maybe a little bit edited. If you guys don't agree with me, please talk to me about that. Now, with Painwheel, I still find that Painwheel is just not that useful, honestly. Especially with the addition of Fukua. She's been just worthless, because Fukua's medium shadow can hit her at the height of her flight. So she can't even fly over there, and we all know that Painwheel's walk and dash speeds are horrible, leaving her open. So basically, Painwheel is just subjected to becoming a 0 to 10 matchup against Fukua. Yes, I know that there are some ways that you can win against Fukua, but they're very situational. If you're playing against good Fukua, you're probably not going to win with your solo Pain. Honestly, I think that Painwheel needs to be buffed up just a bit, maybe add a little bit more speed to her on the ground, and a little bit more speed to her in the air, honestly. I think that maybe her top flight shouldn't be hit by something like a Fukua medium shadow, or maybe her top flight should have some sort of way of dealing with something like that. But and I know what you guys are saying. Well, why not just use? Why not you just charge an attack? Well, you charge an attack, you get hit by 1, and then you go for a Fukua like Shadow Ball Super, and then you're basically pushed back into the corner again, and you're left weak and defenseless, back into the corner where you once started. So yes, they're really really bad matchups for Painwheel, and I feel like Painwheel does need to be buffed up in some aspects, so then she's not as bad in terrible matchups for her. I feel like Fuqua still needs to be a little bit nerfed in the damage department, same as Eliza. I feel like Eliza needs to be nerfed a bit in the damage department, just a bit. I also feel like Parasol needs to be nerfed in the damage department a lot. I feel like Parasol having basically big band kind of damage with her normals, and just amazing advantage on frames on her normals and range on her normals, and having a myriad of reset tools, and having a ton of damage as well. I don't feel like that's too fair. I think if they nerfed her damage just a bit, I think they'll be a little bit better. I don't know what to say about Double, honestly. Double, Peacock, and the rest of the cast, I don't really know what to say about them. Honestly, I feel like they're okay. Maybe Double needs a little bit of changes so then she's more viable solo and she can go against keep away characters a little bit better. But honestly, I don't really know what to say about the rest of the cast. I don't feel like Big Band needs to be nerfed or changed at all, or buffed, just because I feel like he plays the way that he's intended to, and he plays just fine that way. And that's about it, guys. That's really it for what I feel like should be changed in the beta updates that are coming soon. So tell me if you agree with me or disagree with me. And, you know, please, if you do enjoy the video, please consider, like, subscribing or, you know, liking. It'd be great if you do. And I'm hoping to come back with you with more content as well. So, please, have a discussion with me in the chat. I would love to hear your ideas for what should be changed in the system mechanics or character-wise, or how Beowulf should be played as, though that should be a whole different video when he's finally released. I'll do a rundown of him. So, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.